Move on to the footpath first and we'll facilitate peaceful protest. Stand with
Can anybody hear what he said? Can anybody hear that?
Too far away, he needs to be over this side.
We're going to move it over there. What's that?
Not talking to me.
Attention. Attention, this is police message. You're causing a lawful obstruction in the road thoroughfare. I require you to move so you're no longer causing obstruction. Please move now. Failure to move may make you liable to arrest. Force may be used.
Right here.
Police message. You're causing a lawful obstruction in the road thoroughfare. I require you to move so you're no longer causing obstruction. Please move now. Failure to move may make you liable to arrest. Force may be used.
My name's Lindsay Brown and I'm just going to say a few words here tonight. And as always, guys, I love to start off with gratitude. Check out how many people's here tonight. Absolutely fabulous. Amazing to come all out on a night that's wet. But here, how handy did the rain just stop just before 7 o'clock? I'm telling you. Yes. Keep watching it. So, okay, guys, so I want to go through today. What is it that we actually want? And let's start off with respect. We want respect. You know, our government is always telling us that we need to listen to them and they know what they're doing and they know the best. Well, actually, they've proven that they don't. So how can we respect these people whenever they don't even respect us? Then also we want fairness. Is it too much to ask to want some fairness? And you know, the PSNI will come out and say, we just want to keep everybody safe. And then we witness two-tier policing all over the place. So I ask you again, is it too much to want respect and fairness from the people that say that they care about us and that they want to look after us? I don't think so.
Nope.
What else do we want, guys? We want housing. Is that too much to ask for housing for our future generations?
Why for our own?
For our own.
Anybody else?
You're right.
We look around and there's areas full of these so-called newcomers. And we're not just talking one apartment in a block of 20 apartments. We're talking all 20 apartments in different areas that are full with these newcomers.
I get it all paid for.
Then we look around in other areas or the same areas and we're
British.
What else do we want, guys? We want good healthcare. Now we can see with these newcomers coming that communities are growing and growing and growing. But what we can't see is resources going into staffing and funding for our NHS. And so what we are experiencing is longer waiting times, which is not fair on our elderly who either fought for this country or paid into this country for years. So we deserve a health system that actually serves our community in a timely manner.
There's a hospital land empty over there.
True, good point. There is a hospital empty there.
What's the problem? Get it opened instead of putting millions into everything else, day-to-day demons. Get it open.
Well said, well said. Get the hospital open. Put your energy resources into that hospital and get it open for our people. Thank you. What else do we want? We want our children's safety. Now it is important. We have seen our play parks where men are dandering around our play parks. Now guys, I don't have any kids myself. So even for me as a woman to start dandering around a play park with no kids would be fucking strange, let's face it. So why are these newcomer men dandering around our parks? It's not right, and we want these policies, which I think there might have been a wee something, but we want these policies in place that they're not allowed near our children. We look at some of the children's homes around here, guys, and these men are lying about their age to get into these children's homes. We want safety for all our children, whether they're in homes or in their own parents.
Safety for the elderly homes as well. Yeah. Because they're going in there claiming to be nurses. Bernie, tell it no I. No, you go into the nursing homes with the most vulnerable pensioners that none of them have dementia, etc. And they're just left to their own devices.
Yes.
And many of these people are abusing our elderly that no one even knows about.
Yeah, that's lovely ladies talking about the homes, our elderly's homes. These people are getting in and getting jobs without being vetted, and they're hurting our elderly. And our elderly are being, who knows? Who actually knows what's happening to these elderly? There's bruises on them, they're being mistreated. It needs to stop. Thank you. Thank you.
Also, there's 27 interpreters in one primary school over there. 27 interpreters.
Right, I'll incorporate that in. And actually, that's lovely ladies just brought us to our next point. Schools. Schools. So, what do we want, guys? We want our teachers. At the minute, our teachers aren't equipped to deal with the different cultures, languages, and behaviours. And this lady's just pointed out that there's 27 interpreters in one of our local primary schools. Imagine that's 27 salaries. Imagine what that we could be going towards within our communities. We know different cultures, people not knowing the language, and different behaviours. That all needs extra time, extra money, extra energy, and extra skills. Let's really think about this, guys. Our schools are shaping our next generation. Our next generation are the heart of our future. They need well-funded. They need a fair shot to learn, to grow, and to build a strong future for themselves. That's what we want. Which leads us on. If we think these kids coming out of school, if they get a good education, they're taught to believe in themselves, their country's money is spent on them, then they'll go out and they'll start their own local businesses. They'll start their own wee business. They'll start their own careers. And they'll build our communities up. So we want more grants, investments, and belief in our future generation to allow them to do that. Not more taxes like our government's giving us today. You know, I always like to have a bit of crack, as you know. But our local businesses, they are the heart of our community. And I don't know about you guys, but I remember going to my local shop from I was absolutely no age. And we used to go from when we were quite young, and you know, I'm not trying to say everybody should be doing this, I'm just trying to give you the fun of what it's like living up in a lovely community. My friend across the road from me, she would have done the old woman down the street shopping for her. We would have sneaked into some of the shops and says, give us 20 pork drive for the wee neighbour. Knowing very rightly we were going to steal a couple of them. Or give us 20 barley for such and such as that. Knowing we were going to steal some. But my point is, the local shopkeeper knew what everybody in the estate smoked. He knew when everybody in the estate came in and got their regular groceries. Now that's the community. And I still feel that when I walk into the diamond shops here in Rathcoole. You're walking past the cafe and the chippy. Well, I want it to stay like that. Community is important. It makes you feel good. It makes you feel happy and it makes you feel safe. What else do these local businesses do? Well, they create jobs. And they're the ones that are sponsoring your local football team or your local whatever kids team, whatever it may be. They're the ones, these local businesses are the ones that are going to inspire our young kids. All I want is our future generations to thrive in our home communities. Thank you all so much.
Race. We're not racist. This is about the protection of our culture. The alien cultures government is forcing onto our communities, which are not cohesive with our Christian values, tradition, heritage and laws. We need to keep this issue to the forefront. Encourage your family members, friends at the pub, football match, church, local clubs, like-minded people. We need people to be standing up and to be counted. No one with a good conscience can look back at what's been going on in the mainland for decades. The cover-up, as highlighted in the curtailed Rotherham report, Judge Casey's interim report, and the early findings of the Rupert Lowe independently publicly funded inquiry, showing 86 towns and cities so far where this ideological savages rape our communities. For anyone thinking that the new reformed government that they're talking about for the next Westminster election, hold your breath. Nigel Farage at a press conference in Scotland, 27th of August, was asked a question about leaving the ECHR. In summation of Nigel Farage's response, he indicated that the Reform Party, if they won the next general election, the removal of Northern Ireland from the ECHR wouldn't be at the forefront of their party's policies. They'll take the mainland out of the ECHR and Northern Ireland will be left to the side. You can ask yourself why this is. It's because the same with Brexit. The result is similar, with a similar caveat. Not available in Northern Ireland.
Until they want their men and women to go and fight. Then we're available.
There's a mass displacement happening in our country and communities, being infiltrated by predominantly fighting-age men. Here are some numbers from reputable sources. For the full year of 2024, the total asylum claims was 108,138. The majority of illegal immigrants by boat, 75% of which were fighting-age men over 18 years old. The majority of which were from Afghanistan, Iran, Syria, Eritrea, Vietnam. To June this year, so 6 months only, that number is an equivalent of the previous full year. I'm highlighting these countries to which the majority of these illegal men come from, by small boat. That's because these countries have a couple of things in common. One, they're predominantly Islamic or majority Islamic. Sorry. The other thing all these countries have named have in common, they're Islamic or either majority Islamic, and they all have mandatory military conscription. Let that sink in. Where are their women? Where are their children? Are we to assume that these unidentified military trained fighting age men who have left their women and children are here with good intentions. Wake up! Regardless of what's going on in a person's country, you don't flee and leave your women and children.
No. I'm sure they're coming looking our way, Charlie.
When I look behind the censored headlines from mainstream and the buried data and statistics, I was asking myself, all the media reports, they're talking about Pakistani men being the main perpetrators of the rape gangs. This is widely reported in headlines and reports. I'm not saying anything new. That's because they are buried within the data, not heard in the media. In 2024, the total asylum claims from Pakistan was 10,542, around 10% of the total. In the first 6 months of June, it's 11,324. It's already surpassed 2024 figures. Now, what people need to remember is this illegal migration by boat is a third of the overall number of asylum claims. A third. The other entering by plane or boat and no documents whether they get to this end. Overstairs and then claiming asylum whenever their visa runs out. We're all under heightened tension and worrying about our families, about our wives, our children and our country's structure. I'm sorry to say, but voicing annoyance after something happens is pointless. The only option is to protest before and provide protection, highlight the issues. Has anybody else got a different option?
No.
What about those of you that don't watch and listen, and only listen to and don't protest? What is their option? Protective or reactive? After it happens, whose wife? Whose child? Then does it become important to act? Reacting to something after it happens, we can't live with. We need to ask our politicians now. And if it means emailing them, phoning them, calling into their office in person, somewhere amongst them must be people with a backbone, willing to stand with the people in public and say, I agree. They are not racist. It is not racist to love your country. It is not racist to protect your family and by extension our communities. The lack of laws that should be getting implemented that aren't. For example, these are illegal immigrants breaking the law. Why aren't they in prison? Is that not a crime?
Yep.
All right, so they say there's no room in the prison. What about ankle monitors?
Put them on a boat and send them back.
Could they not be secured? Could they not be put into secure facilities where they're not free to roam the streets? Try and look up the official figures for persons arrested and charged with entering the country illegally. You won't find any.
What about children going to school in the dark winter days, in the mornings and coming home from school?
We need proper policing and proactive policing.
But there is no proper policing. There is no proper policing.
That's what they need. That is what they need to enact.
Because the police will defend them when they try and interfere with our children.
Hold on, one second. Let him finish.
But I did find out in under 10 months there's been 6,410 arrested for illegally working. How many more is there? And just so you just don't know, maybe you do know, normal word definitions have changed. Successive governments changes definitions. Think of COVID and vaccine. The vaccine definition is completely different to what it once was with prior COVID. But some of this has a wee bit of an uptake. They're not calling them illegal immigrants. They're calling them irregular immigrants. So in that thought, irregular cash withdrawal is now known as bank robbery.
This is Northern Ireland.
Irregular food procuring.
Just an ambulance, we're just making sure we get past. Coming around this way, lad, yeah.
A vast majority of illegal, unvetted, unidentified men that are coming. No families, no children. These fighting age men who are coming here, they're going to your parks, they're watching their children, recording them on their phone, following our women. People need to realise, people need to wake up. A lot of people may say, none of these hotels are in my area. Why should I worry? Believe me, it will come to your door. Ask that question to the tens of thousands of children savaged and raped their way through in the mainland. Ask their families, did they think they shouted enough? Ask their way. Ask families, couldn't shout any louder, their lungs were on fire. God help them. They were ignored at worst, labelled racist at best, and still ignoring the crimes of the perpetrating scumbags. It has been proven in statistics, reports, court cases about the dangers from certain demographics that are coming over. It's no longer a mystery. Police, MPs can't hide behind it. You can't say you didn't know what was going on. The blueprint was written. It's happened in the mainland for decades and it's still happening. The Rotherham report was released, Casey's interim report was released, saying quite clearly these dangers and where they're coming from. Who took part in it? Who was complicit? This is not normal for a normal society to be having this much illegal immigration endangering our citizens. No. Ask yourself the question, if you went to their country, would you be able to exist?
Yes.
Would you be able to build your own church?
No.
Would you be able to dress how you like?
No.
When you go to another person's country, you show respect for their beliefs and traditions.
Exactly.
You don't try and implement your own country upon the country you're visiting. To the police, thank you for facilitating our peaceful protest. You have questions to ask yourselves, and the question is this. Given what's going on in the mainland for decades, given the reports mentioned before, the Casey report, Rotherham report, how many more reports till people take notice and the authorities take meaningful action? Rupert Lowe's independent inquiry showed 86 towns and cities where this has been taking place, and one of them was highlighted as Antrim. What are the police doing, knowing that these illegal men are coming here without identities? Don't know who they are, don't know their history. Are the police being proactive?
No.
Or are the police going to continue on the media that it's far-right, racist thugs picking on the innocent? The people living in the same communities these illegals are put into are highlighting the issues, raising the issues with you. The historical evidence is written and borne on the pain-dashed faces of tens of thousands of abused children. Are the police giving talks and discussions, advice to them in these hotels with translators so they are fully aware and understand what is expected of them? What's lawful? What's not? What is unlawful? I leave this question. What proactive policing is happening to keep our communities and children safe?
None.
Are you more concentrated in following the law-abiding citizens performing neighbourhood watch because of the lack of policing? It's just maybe stop following them about and did that beforehand, they wouldn't be there.
You don't think it's embarrassing following the people are doing their job?
Well done.
It is embarrassing. People shouldn't be having to do the police's job. All I notice is, in working class areas, it's called...
They're getting overtime for doing it.
That's right. In working class areas, they're called thugs and racists. In the leafy suburbs, it's neighbourhood watch. We're no fucking different.
The vigilantes.
So patriots, encourage others to be brave and join us. All the protests have to be peaceful. The message gets lost as soon as violence starts. I understand tensions are high. Understand people are pretty emotional over local protests. None of us are any different, but it has to stay peaceful. Go support other local protests out of your own area. If you have a friend in a different area, go and support them. Finally, I'm aware of a protest on the 6th of September at Storm at 1 p.m. Hope to see you there. Stay united.
What about the one on the 13th?
Stay strong.
There's one on the 13th of September.
I am London, I think that is.
1 o'clock.
13th of September.
No, 2.
Sorry, Stormont on the 6th at 1, Stormont the 13th at 1, and Ballymena tomorrow evening. I'll finish off with this. Stay united, stay strong, keep the peace, and above all else, keep the faith. Christ is king!
Go ahead, girl. Take your time. Take your time. We're here all night if you are, love.
What's that?
We're here all night if you are. Take your time. They put the R on it, not us. Yep, that's us. Get the pizzas ordered. We're here for the night. Get the speech. Take the roundabout.
I have some car park.
Ruckus, can all hear me?
I'm a good girl, not like you rascal.
Okay, guys, so I just want to say a few things about 2-tier tier. Guys, we mustn't forget Peter Lynch.
Never!
Peter Lynch, a father of 3, 4 grandchildren, sentenced to 2 years and 8 months. South Yorkshire. He was found unresponsive in HMP Moorland.
It wasn't suicide.
It wasn't suicide. No way. No way.
State-sanctioned murder!
2-tier tier
Been a few
has blood on his hands.
blood on his hands.
Guys, Lucy Connolly for a tweet. Folks, all she tweeted out was, "Burn the hotels down for all I care." For all I care. She did not say, "Go right down and burn down the hotels." She said, "For all I care."
Yep, you're right.
Guys, as parents, who has said to their child, or whoever, go and do whatever for all I care? That doesn't mean to say that you want them to go and do it, does it?
Say it off the cuff. We all say it. You're right.
Even other sources being put a claim in.
There's not one person on this island doesn't know her name.
Guys, I'll come to Ricky Jones, Labour councillor, found not guilty for inciting violence. This vile creature, and that's what I'm going to call him because that's what he is. He has called for the far-right Nazi squad to have their throats cut and doing this across his throat. All recorded. Now you tell me, how was he found not guilty?
Muslim jury.
If anybody else done that, they would be doing life.
You're right.
You're right.
Guys, another Labour councillor. Child abuse images. 58 of them. 15 were the most serious category A. He pleaded guilty. Did he get in prison? No, he didn't. 270 hours unpaid work and placed on a supervision for 2 years and placed on the sex offenders register for 5 years. Big flaming down!
Guys!
Disgusting.
Two sides of the community are starting to come together more.
Hopefully.
Okay?
Hopefully.
But Sinn Féin have still got
Don't want the
They're
other side.
threatening their own
We did it on our
people.
own.
They're
Sinn Féin
threatening
has
their
still
own
got the
people.
shackles around most
That if they
of our
come-
citizens. They need to break loose from Sinn Féin and come and join us!
Secret agenda.
Harry Lee Muhammad.
They're threatening their own people to come to protest.
Mary Lou Mohammed, you're right! Guys, I was going to say more about two-tier care, but I think I've given them enough attention tonight.
I've got nothing for Ted. Send them home to
Guys, mass invasion of a country is an act of war! And the government failing to protect the country and its citizens is an act of treason!
They're one of the most loyal institutions in the United Kingdom, and they turned the dirt on us.
I know. Shame on them! Shame on them!
Get the labor
Shame
right
on the
back.
government for letting these foul men into our country!